Hey there, Star Wars fans and collectors, and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at a Black Series figure that was released in 2013 that I recently picked up at a new comic store I visited in Buena Park or Anaheim, California, and it is the Black Series Padawan Anakin Skywalker, figure number 3. And before we start off with the figure itself, we will take a look at the packaging. And the packaging card, the bubble fell off when I bought this figure for some reason, but it's, I have the bubble here, and, it sticks on, like usually you got that little plastic bubble that the figure is in, and that's the plastic prison type thing, but, it's the same old stuff you've been seeing for Black Series figures for 3-inch figures. Has the orange highlights, and here's a good picture of Anakin Skywalker here. Star Wars Black Series, of course. Warning, choking hazard, age 4 and up. The same old stuff. Figure number 3, Anakin Skywalker, Black Series there. And in the back, we have a sketchy type picture of Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones. And we got, Star Wars, and we've got a little description right here. And figure number 3, Anakin Skywalker is placed right here. And the stuff down here, same old stuff, proof of purchase, Hasbro, all the same old stuff we've been seeing. And it says, as a Padawan to Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker learns the ways of the Jedi and becomes a hero as the Clone Wars engulf the Republic. And since we're done with that, put this aside. And back to the figure. So, articulation this guy has is a ball-jointed head, ball-hinged shoulders and elbows, a swivel waist, ball-hinged hips, hinged knees, hinged ankles, and swivel wrists. And that's about it for this guy. This is a pretty good Anakin figure. I've seen collectors call this the definitive Anakin Skywalker figure as a Padawan. And there was another version that was first released back in 2005 with the Anakin to Vader Evolutions pack. It I don't have that figure, but I've seen other people have that figure. I think they said it was a good figure, but the tunic right here, the upper tunic right here, was kind of oversized, and it was a soft goods tunic, whereas this is a just regular plastic. But the tunic up here looks perfect. It looks better than the other Anakin that I mentioned. It's not oversized, but this is the definitive Anakin Skywalker. And the head sculpt kind of does look like Hayden Christensen, but I don't know if it's just me, but it doesn't really look like it. Kind of, but not really. Great details on his tunic, and great articulation, of course, where you can pose him. His hand fell off. And accessories he comes with is a blue lightsaber and an interchangeable cybernetic robotic hand, which is for the right hand. And let me just do that right now, because this right hand keeps bothering me right now. Well, this hand, because it's loose. When I bought this figure, this was loose. So I don't know if you guys have this and it was loose when you guys bought it. Please let me know down in the comments. But for mine, his right hand is loose, which is pretty frustrating. So that's why I just display him with the cybernetic hand, and it looks better that way too, signifying Anakin to Darth Vader, if you know what I'm saying. And let's just place the cybernetic hand. Actually, I'll show you guys up close how it looks like. Pretty detailed, pretty cool looking. And this is how it looks like. And this, of course, cybernetic hand was seen in Attack of the Clones at the end of the movie when he marries Padme. For some reason, my mouth is kind of drying up a little bit right now. But still, pretty cool, the cybernetic hand, and I would rather suggest to keep this on, because this stays intact, while this gets loose and it gets frustrating. So detail is great on this figure. I love the tunic, even though it's black, but nicely sculpted. His head sculpt was decent enough. I checked on JediBusiness.com that this one I got is actually dark hair, and there's a variation that has a light brown hair, and this is dark brown hair. pretty interesting. And if you look in the back, there are some great details, almost little wrinkles on his tunic. The belt was done good. Boots were nicely sculpted and painted well, and he does have some soft goods underneath the little tunic right here. And let me just place his lightsaber back. Lightsaber is just the same old lightsaber that came with the other Anakins. Previous Anakins, it's all silver, no details, just all silver. And let's just place it on here so I don't lose the lightsaber. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I rate this a 10, actually. This is a pretty cool figure to have. Honestly, I wasn't too big on the prequels, especially for Attack of the Clones. But but for figures like these, it's pretty awesome. And if you're not too big on the prequels as well, but like the character designs, you can use it as an alternate universe. If you watch Belated Media or Band Incorporated, they're how it should have been or what should have been for Phantom Menace and the prequels itself. But I'm just gonna let you know that I don't hate on the prequels. They're still entertaining in some places, but they're not as good as the original films, and there's some things that should be taken out. But there are still some decent stuff that can be considered entertainment. Well, I am messing up on my lines now. So yeah, so this is like I said, a great figure. If you do not have an Padawan Anakin, I suggest you pick this one up. You can pick up the other one I mentioned with the oversized tunic, but this is, I would say, this one's more fitting with the rear figures. Um, I haven't seen a lot of Padawan Anakins being released recently, especially with figures with 5 points of articulation. I was surprised that this was the only recent Anakin figure we got in the Attack of the Clones line. I remember back in 2002 they had a lot of Anakin figures, and around that Clone Wars, not the recent one, but the one from 2003. I don't know what it's called, but the animated series. It had Anakins and realistic Anakins, stuff like that, but lacking great articulation. So yeah, so this is a great figure to have in your collection. Like I said, just let you know that my Anakin had his loose right hand, and cybernetic hand stays intact more for my figure. And like I said, please leave a comment down below if you have this figure and his right hand was loose, because mine is loose, of course, for his right hand. So yeah, so that's about it for today, guys. And thanks for watching, guys, as always, and be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and as always, guys, may the force be with you always. Bye.